Hi everybody, this is Jim Wagner with TZAcademy and welcome to our weekly player profile, weekly series that we started a couple weeks ago. This week we have the pleasure and the honor of welcoming JC Cloney. JC just finished up his collegiate career at the University of Arizona. JC is also a product of the Santa Clarita Valley, West Ranch High School. I have worked with JC probably since about 6th or 7th grade, but today they literally just got finished with the regionals a few days ago, and so with the draft coming up, he's in town to relax a little bit. So we are welcome to have him in here. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So want to talk to you a little bit about growing up and how baseball came into your life. What are some things that got you started with baseball all the way up, through high school?
Growing up, it was kind of just, my family was big baseball fans. Growing up, I had an older brother, older sister. My dad was a big baseball fan, so it kind of got me into it around 4 years old, and played Little League up until I was about 8, and then kind of got into some travel ball for a little bit before I headed over to Hart, the Pony Complex over there, and kind of just been working my way up. Went to high school, as he said, in West Ranch. Played 4 years there, and just got lucky to finish my 5th year of college.
That's great. That's great. And at West Ranch, how did the recruiting process go for you with college? About what age, what year in school did that start to happen for you?
For me, it actually started really early. Coach Gillespie down at Irvine called Coach Burrow right after the freshman year ended, and he wanted to bring me down. Offered me a scholarship right then. So for me, it started freshman year, but I didn't commit until my junior year after I had been, talking to a couple schools. I actually committed to Fullerton my junior year until Coach Serrano left, and then senior year had to rethink some things and ended up committing to Long Beach right before the senior semester started. And I did my year there, and we just decided to split ways and came back to the good old College of the Canyons out here for 2 years, and then worked my way back to the D1 level at Arizona.
And how was your experience at Arizona?
The experience was unbelievable. I mean, we got to do some things very few people do. Playing in a Power 5 conference is unbelievable. I mean, you play some talent that, a lot of people don't get to, but, it's a lot of fun. And we got to go to the College World Series last year, and, this year being able to get into a regional was cool again. Didn't go as far as we liked, but nevertheless, it was a fun 2 years.
Yeah, and we'll let our viewers know, last year JC was the starting pitcher in the final championship game. Game 1 was the only pitcher in College World Series history to throw a complete game shutout, and I'm sure that probably really changed a lot for you in terms of national recognition and the things that come along with that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got a couple calls from some pro scouts right after, kind of going missing the draft that year. Didn't get my name called, but when the big stage shows up and you can do something like that, you'll definitely get some recognition.
Yeah, and so tell us a little bit about how it's gone this year. The draft for us is for you is next week. How has that process gone for you? What have you learned about it? How are you looking forward to all of that next week?
It's been a lot of fun. You're getting some phone calls, once a week, twice a week from different scouts. It's nice to, know that hard work is starting to pay off. So, just for me, it's been going through some meetings with some scouts over at High Corbett when I was there. You just sit down with them, talk about, how your year's gone, what they're looking at, what do you see, do you even want to play professional baseball has actually been a question I've been asked a lot, which I don't understand why, but I mean, if we're there, we want to play. So for me, it's been fun. It's been real exciting, especially since it's coming up in about a week. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's actually a little nerve-wracking, but not too much.
Right. And truth be told, I'm a former University of Arizona baseball player as well, so I had a rooting interest with JC, and I've thrown up my share of bear down signs through the years. As far as growing up in your training and your throwing program. Tell us a little bit about how that has evolved for you.
Actually, yeah, I didn't do much throwing until actually, I came to TZAcademy. Kind of learned the mechanics of pitching. I think it was like 5th, 6th grade. Came here and, been working with Jim for, I don't know what that is, 10 years, maybe 12 years. But it's kind of just, just working on the things that they do here. I mean, for the people that are watching, and if you've come here, you understand what it is, but weighted balls, the Jagger program, the J-bands, the whole shebang. But for me, it's been a religious thing to do for a while. So 12 years has been a long time, but it works out very well.
That's great. Well, we thank you very much for coming in. It's been our pleasure to have you part of our classes. JC has come to some of our training classes, and some of the guys have got to meet him. Matter of fact, I think it was a little surreal for a number of our players last summer when I believe you came in almost about 3 or 4 days after the World Series was done and walked in and to say, didn't we just see you on the television? That was a lot of fun. And JC, you've always been really good to us here. And so we thank you. We wish you the best of luck with the draft in your professional career. And we hope that everything goes absolutely wonderful for you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. And we will have another player next week. Hopefully you enjoyed our interview with JC. We're split right between the wall here with Arizona. We can give a little right there for our fans out there. But thank you for joining us. We will see you again next week.